Hey, how are you? Today I've been thinking about my process of speech writing, presentation creation, which is something I've talked about before in these videos. And I'm trying something a little bit different this time, which I think I saw somebody posting a picture of them doing something similar on LinkedIn, and I thought, that looks like it could work for me. And it's really simple. You just get a bunch of note cards and write the components of each of the components of the speech or the presentation that you want to include, and you pop on a postcard, and you can move them around, and it's as simple as that. And I started doing that this afternoon for this speech I'm giving at the DJ conference, where I know all the bits, but I was thinking, well, what order do they need to go in? And then it's allowing me to sort of drill down deeper into each of them as well, and it's starting to make a lot more sense. I don't think it's a completely foolproof way. I think there are other things that I need to be doing as well still. Like I still mind map it out to begin with to make sure I've got all the information there. I still make sure I get a good briefing call with the conference or event organizer, because I need to make sure I've got all the relevant information. And then on the backs of these cards as well, which I was previously doing just on a computer document, is writing just bullet points of the main points that I want to include in each of those sections. But it seems to be working quite well. I think it's certainly an area that I can improve on, is the content creation side. I don't really have a bulletproof, tried and tested process that works every time in every situation. Although I know I'm getting better and faster at it, I do think also it's something that I can probably improve significantly on, not just with the speed, but also probably the quality as well, coming up with ideas of how to move blocks around, how to create more impact with each of the different sections. So I was thinking about that today as well, probably because I was rereading some of my NLP notes, which is a course I did, I think about 5 years ago now, 5-6 years ago. So it's a fair while back. And I was really going over the notes, and one of the areas that I've really only glossed over and used very, very sparingly in the years since the course is that of modeling and strategies. If you don't know anything about NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, it's a collection of different things taken from all kinds of areas of psychology that work on a very practical level. And modeling and strategies, I love the idea of it because it just makes so much sense. And the idea really at a high level is that you just look at what somebody else is doing well, and you look at how they're doing it. And if you can unpack how they're doing it into a series of different strategies, then you can model that behavior. So it's kind of really where modeling excellence comes from. So it's occurred to me today as I was going through this, I've just kind of pinched this idea from somebody else, borrowed it, and I've got my own ideas, and I'm pretty good at that process. And I come up with the result is always has always worked out okay at the end. So whatever I'm doing is working, but I'm thinking there must be a way of improving this. So now I'm thinking with this modeling system, why not find other people who are already doing a really good job of creating speeches and presentations and look at how they're doing it, and that might involve asking them the question, what is your strategy? So I've got a few people in mind, Pat Dibley, Jerry Duffy, the obvious examples there, because I'm in good contact with those guys. Possibly my friend Alex Bellini as well. There's a lot of speaking, although he's currently rafting down the Ganges on a homemade raft, drawing attention to the plastic pollution of problems of the world, the 10 most polluted rivers in the world. So he does a lot of speaking, but probably quite busy at the moment. But I can ask him, and there's probably a couple of others that I'd be able to come up with as well, that I could find out what their strategies are and see if there's anything I can take from that and bring it to mine. I think it's a great lesson for all of us, really, is to look at something that you're doing and you do it and you're getting through it. Where could you improve? What would be a better way of doing it? And if you don't know what a better way of doing it would be, who is doing it better? And can you borrow the strategies that they're using? Can you model them and improve what you're currently doing? So anyway, there's something for you, something for me as well. And that's my check-in for the day. I have made some progress with that particular talk. It isn't quite there yet, but I've got the chunks, the blocks, the bits that I think are going to make it really, really work. Just got to tie it all together and get the detail into it now. So that's my job for the next few days. Anyway, that's my check-in for the day. Give a YouTube thumbs up, like the video if indeed you have, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and check back in again tomorrow for another daily update. Bye for now.